Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shifts. My name is Michael Ojola from Mindset Transformation Africa, and on today's episode, I want to talk about your dominant beliefs and how they dictate your outcome. So, let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Your dominant beliefs quietly dictate outcomes, shaping choices long before circumstances ever respond. Your dominant beliefs quietly dictate outcomes. They shape choices long before circumstances ever respond. Let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, why do I keep ending up here? Relationship-wise, business-wise, income-wise. Have you ever looked at yourself and asked yourself and think, why do I keep ending up here? Same patterns, same results, different month, different week, or different year. What if I told you that the decision that shaped that outcome happened long before the situation ever showed up? What if I told you? That's a secret that I want you to lean in and listen. The decision that shaped that outcome happened long before the situation ever showed up. Not when the problem arrived, not when the opportunity knocked, not even when you said yes or no. It happened quietly, internally, inside a belief you accepted as truth years ago, sometimes unconsciously. So today, we are pulling back the curtain on the invisible force that is running your choices, shaping your confidence, and deciding how far you can go long before life responds to you. I want you to stay with me. Once again, welcome to Daily Mind Shifts with Minister Mike. See, what we've been talking about every single day is how to reset your perspective, realign your thinking, and strengthen the inner framework that is guiding your life. So today we're talking about your dominant beliefs that quietly dictate the outcomes of your life, that shape your choices long before circumstances ever respond. This conversation is not about motivation, all right? It is not about hype. It is about the unseen script playing in the background of your mind. So in the next couple of minutes, 8 or 9, we will talk about how beliefs operate beneath awareness, how they decide what feels possible or what feels impossible, and how many choices feel free, yet they come preloaded with limits. If you've ever felt stuck, confused by repeated results, or frustrated with your own hesitation, this particular episode is for you. So let's get into it. Beliefs are quiet, all right? You need to know that. They don't announce themselves. They don't even ask for permission. They simply sit in the background, shaping how you interpret everything. A belief is not something you think once. It is something you accept as fact, something that feels settled in your consciousness, something that feels true. And once something feels true to you, it stops being questioned. And that is how dangerous and powerful beliefs are. And here is where it gets interesting, right? You don't experience reality directly, okay? You experience reality through belief filters. Two people can face the same opportunity or challenges, and one will see opportunity as risk and the other will see opportunity as growth. Same situation, different outcome. The difference lives in belief. If you believe you are capable, you notice openings, you notice opportunities. If you believe you are limited, you notice threats. If you believe success belongs to others, you hesitate before making a move. If you believe growth is earned through effort, you lean forward. None of this happened consciously, right? No announcement, no debate, just automatic interpretation. That is why beliefs act as architects. They design the structure before life fills the space. Many people try to change results without touching beliefs. All right, they chase tactics, they chase strategies, they chase new environments. Yet the internal blueprint stays the same. Same thinking, same reactions, same emotional responses, new settings, but same old outcomes. Here's a simple question that I want you to sit with, because it is worth sitting with. What do you believe about your ability to handle pressure? What do you really believe about your ability to handle pressure or to handle difficulty? Not what you say. All right, not what you post on social media, not what you repost on WhatsApp statuses, what you actually expect when things get hard for you. That belief decides how you show up before pressure even arrives. That belief decides how you show up before challenges come knocking. And that leads us into something even more deeper. See, many people say life is about circumstances, timing, luck, connections, networks. But see, circumstances matter, all right? Yet they don't decide how far you go in life. Your beliefs decide how you respond inside those circumstances. Pressure does not create character. Pressure exposes belief. When things stretch you, you don't rise to hope. No, you drop to what you trust. Let me repeat that. When things stretch for you, when things stretch you, challenge you, you don't rise to hope. You drop to what you trust the most. If you trust your resilience, you adapt immediately. If you trust your excuses, you retreat into your shell. You go back to social media doom, you just doom scroll all day. That is not failure. That is programming. That is how you've programmed yourself over time. Think about moments when you backed away from something you really wanted, a conversation you avoided, a step you delayed, a relationship you retreated or you retrieved your yes to, a chance you talked yourself out of. In those moments, logic was not in charge at all. You think you are making the decision from your mind? No. Belief was in charge. A belief about rejection, a belief about fear, a belief about readiness, a belief about your worth. And once belief speaks, your behavior is sure to follow. That is why repeating affirmations without belief change feels empty. You can affirm all you want. If you don't change your fundamental beliefs about those affirmations, it feels empty. Words will bounce off when the mind already accepts something different. Do you understand me? Real change begins when belief shifts totally, when the internal narrative updates, all right, when the mind says, this is possible for me right now. When you change, things change. At that point, effort feels different, decisions feel cleaner, resistance lose strength. Do you understand me? If your result, for example, frustrates you, I want you to check the belief beneath the behavior. Results never argue with belief, all right? They obey it. Now, let's talk about choices as I draw this episode to a close, because that is the place many people think freedom lives. People love to say, I had no choice. Yet, choice always exists. What changes is what feels available. Before a decision appears, belief already filtered the options. You don't choose from everything. You choose from what belief allows you to see. If you believe you are bad with money, you choose safety over growth. If you believe conflict leads to loss, you choose silence over honesty. If you believe success requires suffering, you choose exhaustion over balance. None of this feel like beliefs in the moment. They feel like common sense, but that is the trap. Beliefs disguise themselves as logic. That is why people repeat choices that hurt them over and over again. That belief feels familiar. Familiar feels safe. safe feels right. Breaking that pattern starts with awareness, not judgment, not blame, just recognition. So I want you to ask yourself as we go today, what must I believe for this choice to make sense? That question pulls